When talking about music in Liverpool, you think straight away the Beatles, but there is so much more to Merseyside. Liverpool has the oldest Chinese community, and since the early 1900s there has been a large black community based in Toxteth. When you mention Toxteth, a lot of people think straight away the only area's claim to fame were the riots. But in the late 1980s, people started hearing a new sound no one ever heard down the airwaves.
Don't touch me now!
In 1987, a radio station called TCR, which stood for Toxteth Community Radio, began illegally broadcasting from a housing estate in Toxteth. TCR was set up by Stuart Hamilton Jr. and Rico T, three friends who all had a passion for music but could not hear music such as soul, R&B, reggae and hip-hop anywhere in Liverpool at the time. They all realised there was a gap in the market that had to be filled, and came up with the idea to start a pirate radio station for the people in Toxteth. In the beginning, TCR mostly played music and had DJs saying a few words, making TCR a 80% music and 20% speech broadcast. TCR began to build a reputation very fast, and listening ratings began to soar in 1988, just 12 months after TCR's first broadcast. The station began to broadcast a more professional standard, similar to other commercial radio stations that were broadcasting at the time. With so much politics happening at the time in Liverpool, TCR became a strong voice for the community and gave the chance for the people in Toxteth to voice their opinion. TCR had some talented and upcoming DJs and presenters coming through the radio station, such as breakdancing champion Davey T, James Class, Cousin Matty and Charlie C. These were talented and creative people who were great in front of the microphone and all went on to have big careers in radio. It wasn't just people in the black community listening to TCR, people all across the city started tuning in to the unique music that they were playing. Phil Bowker, who worked at Radio City at the time, was a regular listener to TCR and started to inform his bosses at Radio City about the talent at the pirate radio station.
It was all about the music, it was you getting a chance to hear stuff that you wouldn't hear anywhere else on the radio really at that time. Matty was doing a show on there, which was like, I'd never heard anything like that before, what he was doing. So again, it was something I told Tony Ingham about, played him some tapes of him, and he was like, yep, go and get it.
Cousin Matty joined Radio City a few months later and went on to win a Sony Award. Eventually TCR was raided and shut down by police due to the illegal broadcasting, and the station broadcast for the last time. A lot of good came from TCR. It provided a service to the community that was professional, informative